Get the Twitter open. It says we're live on Twitter.
And Instagram as well.
There you go.
Oh,
Perfect.
okay. One stream is telling me, please wait, so...
Must be Facebook.
That's the problem with trying to simultaneously stream on multiple platforms.
Too clever.
Yeah. Okay, folks. Well, we just get started, and
Yeah, let's crack on.
if Facebook or whatever wants to catch up, it can later on. Cool.
Right.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to WriteMentor Live. You're here with me, Stuart. Also joining me tonight, we've got Melissa and also Emily. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hello.
You've both had a big week, actually. We'll quickly chat about that before we get on to chat about other things. Melissa, first of all, today you had a big writing announcement.
I did. I had my cover reveal. I think it did slip out a little bit on Book Brunch yesterday. But yes, I'm re-releasing The Undying Tower, which I'm really excited about, with UClan Publishing. So we showed the cover today, which is purple, which I'm still really happy about because it still means I have an emoji for each book that matches the colour of the book, because there's only 5 different coloured hearts. So I have a purple one, an orange one, and a red one still, so it's fine. So totally branded. So yeah, it's really good.
Nice. And you got a really good response. There's lots and lots of people sharing
I know,
that.
it was so nice. It's so kind, because you worry when you're re-releasing something, people are just going to be annoyed. I've already read this. This is boring, Melissa. Why are you telling me about this again? But it was actually a really nice response, because hopefully we can now finish the story, and it kind of puts a really nice bow around the entire thing, because it was so stressful when my publisher went, I'll do another talk at some point about what it's like to do all that kind of stuff when your publisher folds, and then you've got to take it on yourself, and then you sell it somewhere else. But yeah, it's been really good. Less stressful than I thought it would be. I thought it would be messy, but actually everyone's just been so nice. So
cool. And yeah, and I guess the book is a little bit like the story itself. It's a bit undying.
Undying, will not die is another way to put it. Flogging a dead book is yet another way I have put it, this poor book. But it is the first book I ever wrote, and I do have a soft spot for it. So
yeah. Oh, that's nice. And Emily, obviously, big week for you as well. Was it on Tuesday the news broke?
I don't even know. Yeah, or I can't even remember, to be honest. And I had no idea it was coming. I didn't know that I was on the long list. I don't know. This is terrible. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Let's go for it.
Well, I'm so sorry. There's one thing I've only seen written down. The long list for the Branford Bosey. I'm so sorry if that's wrong.
I would have said Bose. I don't know why.
But it's yes, which is amazing, because what's so nice about it, if you don't know, it's not just for debut authors, but it's for the editors as well, and it kind of recognises the amount of work that an editor puts in with the debut author to kind of get them with their career launched. And my editor Rachel Lyshan was so amazing, and it kind of, I'm really glad that I'm on this list that kind of honours the work that she did as well, because honestly the whole book was completely rewritten. So yeah, it was really lovely, and there's some amazing titles on there. Not expecting at all to get to the shortlist, but just to get to this point, I was like, I'm chuffed a bit.
Yeah, no, amazing. I was so chuffed for you, and I saw the news, and I know that everyone's responded really, really positively, as they would.
Yeah, it's because it can, sometimes be a bit of a vacuum. Something you don't always know, because it's so isolating, isn't it, writing? And if you're not necessarily being nominated for things like, I don't know, like the Nero Book Awards or Carnegie or whatever, you can get a little bit of imposter syndrome sometimes. Even with this, not getting nominated for stuff doesn't mean that you're not amazing. But anything that you get this kind of light now and again on what the opinion is, it does give you that little bit of a boost, which is brilliant.
Yeah, you got to celebrate the wins, few and far between.
Totally.
Yeah, cool. Speaking of wins, one of the things we're going to chat about tonight is the WriteMentor Awards, which are closing in just under a week. We've already had nearly 500 entrants, which is great. This year, they're sponsored by Bonnier Books UK. They have kindly agreed to jump on board, try and help us with running the awards and selecting, hopefully, some life-changing winners, some life-changing books as a result of it. We've just to give you a few of the logistics in case you haven't come across the awards before. It's for picture books all the way up to YA. This year we've got 4 discrete categories. So we've got picture book, chapter books, middle grade and YA, which obviously increases the odds of you standing out within your category because you're competing against fewer competing novels. So that's I think that's a big boost for the award this year, and definitely a point of difference from what we've done previously. And yeah, obviously we have amazing editors and agents on board judging the final stages of the awards as well. So I guess like if you get to that stage, it's great getting those kind of eyes on your book, and you never know what that can lead to. But obviously, you guys did a nice video for us last year about entering writing awards and basically ways in which you can boost or enhance your chances of doing well in them. Just to put you in the spot again, can you maybe give the people who are watching a couple of your best hints and tips for entering writing awards? Melissa, do you want to go first on this one?
Sure. I can't remember what I said last time, so I'll either repeat myself and it's pointless you watching back what I said last time, or I'll say something new and interesting because it's been a year. I think what I would suggest is, like, my very top thing is make sure that you are putting the best thing forward that you can. And the number one way I always think of doing that is people really panic about cutoffs with word count. And they're like, but my first 3 chapters are 500 words over the maximum word count. Like, should I just do it anyway? No, first of all, we'll always be, people are very busy. It's a good thing to learn anyway. Never go over. If you go under, leave them wanting more. Your first chapter, etc., should be so amazing anyway that, like, we're really, really, really wanting to read more because that's why you're entering the competition. So if you need to cut it off earlier to really make us want to read on and really push the reader on, then end it earlier. That's my tip.
Yeah, very good. And I actually don't know if that was the same as what you said last year, so that's good.
Ooh.
Something fresh. Emily, what about yourself? Obviously, you had quite an amazing amount of success when you were entering novel awards. So what would be your best tips?
Love to say I knew why, but I think it's probably the same as I said last year. I would go through your opening chapters with a fine-tooth comb and make sure there's no cliches in there. And that means sort of as simple as, like, she grit her teeth, her heart sank, or oh, believe me, we all do it. Particularly, I'm finishing my first draft at the moment, and it's chock full of them. But actually, we talk about things like voice, and agents talk about things, they're kind of wanting an avatar, a character that they're going to follow. And just a simple way of doing that is making those kind of descriptions and those descriptors a little bit more specific to the world and to that character. Like, how does that character feel nerves? How does that character feel excitement? It's not necessarily the same as everybody else. Something I did in the Witchstone Ghosts is I made every kind of description like that related to the sea in some way. And that was just, that was like the 3rd or 4th draft, but it's just that thing that made it slightly different than just reading the usual. And it's not, that's not going to kind of ruin a chapter for us, but as a reader, who, when the judges get to it, they're going to be looking for reasons to say no because they're going to have, a lot to get through. So if you can make yours stand out just by kind of getting rid of any, like, sort of just weaning those out, I think that's always going to put you in really good stead.
Brilliant. That's excellent advice, and that's good advice regardless of whether you're entering an award or not. Just in terms of improving your manuscript and so on. So yeah, brilliant. Thank you both for sharing that. Now, in terms of entering the awards, because I guess, like, there's a lot of competitions throughout the year. There's a lot of things potentially to spend money on when you're a writer that's trying to break through. And, for people, they have to be selective sometimes about the opportunities they take. Why do you guys think that, we don't have to talk specifically about ours, but you can. Why do you think entering writing awards is such an important thing for a writer to do at this sort of developmental stage as they work to become towards becoming a published author? Do you want to go first this time, Emily?
Yeah. So I think, it's probably different for each person, but I think certainly a couple of reasons why I did and why I found it worked for me was working to a deadline, because I would never have finished it at all if I didn't have that in mind. And I know a lot of writer friends who literally querying writer friends who structure their year around competitions. I will finish this book by this point, and then I will query this if it doesn't get there, blah, blah, blah. And it's an incredible motivator to kind of actually get something done. Because I think when you are in the trenches, and especially as most people do have like jobs or caring responsibilities, it's very easy to let that slide. I think it's a good way of kind of making it work for you, that sort of yearly plan. Also, I suppose it's just about testing the waters a little bit. Again, it's so isolating writing, where it can be. If you don't have a critique group, you don't always know what the reaction is to your work, where you kind of sit in that, and it can be a really good indicator of that. Like I've had a friend of mine who had never queried before, and she entered a competition and longlisted for Bath, and which is amazing. And that gave enough of a boost to be like, right, maybe this is something that I can kind of pursue, and has kind of gone on to kind of properly query. So yeah, that would be my 2 reasons.
Yeah, they're brilliant. And what about you, Melissa?
I think it's good practice if you want to go into publishing, whether that be self or traditional, because as Emily says, like the deadline thing gives you a little bit of discipline. But I think there's other things that come in as well, like so we had Lucy Irvine, who's mine and Emily's agent, on the Hub the other week, and she said that she signed, I think I remember this correctly, 7 clients last year, really competitive, and I believe like 5 of them were from competitions. So it's one of those things, isn't it, where it's not even necessarily that she would have automatically picked those out of the slush pile. I'm sure they're amazing manuscripts, by the way, and these are all obviously unannounced things. So I have no idea who it was she signed last year. I'm sure they're all brilliant. But they are also things that I think, because she was judging a particular competition and those people have put themselves forward, and, they're already getting 200-300 across their desk every week, sometimes we're hearing. It can really help, because that agent's going to be reading it probably more deeply, and she's going to really have a reading hat on, as opposed to maybe grabbing 5 or 10 minutes here and there. I know that at PFD they do reading afternoon, and I'm sure, not casting aspersions on Lucy's reading, I'm sure she reads very, very deeply when she can. But I think sometimes a competition can really focus the mind of both you and your readers, and you read in a different way, and it might be a way for you that you wouldn't have necessarily thought about if you've maybe been querying and not got anywhere. You can also get, feedback if you shortlist, and feedback's good as well for practice for doing that. Getting rejected is great practice, because we get rejected all the time. So I would say it's just very good practice if you are interested in getting your stories out there, and you're interested in, especially traditional, but also even with self-publishing, if you're interested in getting your stories out there and you want to know what people think and you want to get more eyes on your stuff, it seems like that's one of the only ways to do that before you get like an agent and a publisher, to get other eyes on your stuff. So that's my reason.
Yeah, they're both brilliant, and yeah, I definitely echo what both of you have said there. So hopefully we've given people some tips, we've given them reasons to want to enter. Just to remind everyone that the deadline for that is the 31st of January at 11:59 p.m, which sounds an odd time, but it's just for clarity, because when you put midnight, people always worry if it's the day before or whatever. Yep. So yeah, 11:59 on the 31st. As long as it has January on your entry, then
don't leave it to the last minute, guys.
Yeah.
Please.
Then you'll be eligible for that. Obviously, if anyone has any questions at any point, please do post them on either the social media channels that we're streaming on at the moment. We're keeping an eye on those, because not all of them filter into this the streaming platform that we use here. And obviously, feel free to ask about anything, whether it's the competition or anything more generally writing-wise. So the second thing we were going to talk about tonight, while we're on, is to chat a little bit about our conference, which is coming up in March, and we've been actually really busy behind the scenes trying to get all this organised. It's been a new challenge, because we do so much online, and we've become quite experienced and reasonably slick at organising those things. But when you have to do in-person things, there's just a million more logistics to think about. But we are really excited about it. We've got so we sold out the initial 50 tickets for that, and at the place that we're at has got a little bit more room, so we are keeping those tickets open for now. So if anyone else still wants to come, then you absolutely can. But I would say that the early bird tickets finish at the end of January. So unless you want to pay a bit more money, which nobody ever wants to do, then get your tickets in before the end of January, and you can come along to see us in London at the lovely Butte House, which is part of King's College, just on the Thames, actually, just 2 minutes walk away from the riverside. So it's a lovely venue. Hopefully nice and easy for people to get to in London. We thought with this first one we would try and find a location. It's impossible to please everyone, but somewhere where a large majority anyway can feasibly get to. Even for myself, it's 4.5 hours on the train, but like almost anywhere else would take longer. So if we were to go to Birmingham even, or somewhere else down south. So anyway, we've decided for London. Hopefully we'll see a lot of you there. And then obviously if this one's a hit, a success, then we can maybe look at doing other ones in different places. So, but we'll see how it goes. Do you guys want to, Emily, do you want to start off and just talk a little bit about what we've got coming up at the conference, the people that are speaking and involved, and what people can look forward to if they decide to come along?
Yeah, it's like an absolute treasure trove. So we've got, in terms of authors, we've got Simon James Green, who's going to be talking about, called Formula X is the name of his workshop, and talking about how you can create a formula to make something spectacular, basically, in terms of plot, character, that whole kind of package. And we've had Simon on a few times, and he is so articulate and so much fun and so involving, but also really useful to listen to. So yeah, definitely worth tuning in to that one. But also Patrice Lawrence is doing a phenomenal workshop on character. And actually, Floriane saw a kind of a similar workshop to this that she ran, but Winchester, it's still kind of raved. Like she said, it completely changed the course of her manuscript. She said, it was the way she talks about creating a character, and again, kind of a formula in a way that Simon does. That absolutely, completely revolutionised it for us. So really excited about that. And we've got some agents, some fantastic agents. People were so enthusiastic to get involved. We've got Amber Caraveo from Skylark. We've got Saffron Dodd from Ash Literary. We've got Megan Carroll from Watson Little. And we've got, oh my gosh, I'm going to completely, my mind is going completely blank.
Did you say Claire Wallace, Megan Carroll?
Claire Wallace from Dolly Anton. There we go. Thank you very much. That could have been very interesting. Glad you know. We've got amazing agents coming along. They're going to do a panel talking about, their best tips for longevity in publishing and how you can build a career and not just kind of the first go at it, really. So I think it's going to be an absolute wealth of riches, really. And authors are going to be doing a panel as well. Oh, and we've got Bonnier as well, haven't we? And we've got it's completely. Every time I think, oh no, that's it. No, we've got the Bonnier editors coming as well, and we've got Nathaniel Lassaur, who we've also got coming up on the hub as well. And Ash Bond, have we as well, or am I getting confused with? Yes, we have.
This is what I remember. I'm impressed.
It's only because they also posted a thing about on Twitter the other day about they've just done a workshop together, and I was worried I was conflating the two. But it's bananas, really. It's amazing.
Yeah, and we've got a bookseller coming along as well. Mm-hmm. We've got book signings. I think Bonnier are bringing along their own stand as well. Yeah. So that'll be good for the people that are attending. We won't spoil, but there might be something there for people that are coming along to the conference. Yeah, basically it's going to be great. I'm really, really excited about it. And one of the reasons why we do this, why we run WriteMentor and why we do all the things we do, is all about, I guess, building relationships and developing community and in a, as you said earlier on, Emily, in a job or I guess an aspiring job for a lot of people, it can be quite lonely and it can be isolating. So yeah, opportunities like this are well, for me anyway, they're gold dust. I absolutely love going along and meeting other writers in person. So really, really excited for it. Melissa, anything particularly that you're excited about in terms of the conference?
Oh, I'm really excited to see everyone. I did it once for my launch last year. We invited loads of the hub, and it was really nice to meet people in real life. I'm also excited because we're hoping to stream some of it. And that's really nice because I think the one thing that has held us back from doing this before. People have asked me before, and it was accessibility. I think we were worried because the whole thing with WriteMentor is because we are online, we're accessible to, well, hopefully everyone, and hopefully anyone who doesn't feel like it's accessible feels like they can talk to us about it and how we can make it more accessible. So yes, fingers crossed, as long as technology plays nicely on the day. We are hoping to also stream or at least record elements of it. We can at the very least record it, I'm sure, on a separate device. But that's really cool as well. I'm really excited about it being hybrid.
Yeah, and it'll be nice because we're talking about the logistics the other day, but it will be nice if we can, if we obviously Wi-Fi and stream independent and so on. But if we can live stream it, it means we'll be able to take questions from people who are sitting in their living room and put those questions to people in the live panels and so on, which is great to have that because there's access of being able to view things, which is great, but to actually be able to interact while also being at home, with the people that are there is incredible, I think. So we're hopeful that will all work as it should do. Fingers crossed. But and obviously the people that are there, we're going to hopefully have a good time. We'll be able to socialise. There's plenty of little breaks built in as well for people to chat and catch up with people that maybe only met online and such things. So I'm really excited about it. So again, if you haven't yet decided if you're coming along, try and decide by the end of this month. We'd rather you spent a bit less. So get the early bird ticket by the end of January, and it means that you can save that extra money for, I don't know, a nice snack on the train or something on the way home, a wee takeaway on the way home or something. Anyway, we would love to see you if you can come along. And obviously, thanks to the 50 or so people that have already signed up for it. It's amazing because at the start that was our sort of target. If we can get 50 people there, that'd be amazing. So it's nice that we've already gone past that, and we'd love to see even more of you if you can make it. And just a final note on that: if you are waiting for the digital tickets, we'll sell them closer to the time of the event. I guess, like, logistically, there's if you're buying a digital ticket, you just have to buy the ticket. You don't have to worry about like trains or getting to and forth to places. So and the ticket will entitle you to the entire day's programme. So you won't be buying individual sessions or anything like that. So and it will all obviously be recorded and you can watch the replays. That's the number one question we get.
It is,
with all our events. So just to reassure everyone, it will be recorded and you will be able to watch the replay. So you can look forward to that. Fabulous. Have we got any questions, guys? Because that's the last of our talking points for tonight. But do we have any questions that you can see on the socials? I'm having a quick look at Twitter just now.
Oh yeah.
Have a quick check. Also, don't forget, guys, we're around whenever if you think of a question, because I'm so bad for that. Thinking of a question as soon as the thing's finished. I have one thing to say that a few people have been worried about. So if you guys don't know, I get all the emails when you guys worry about your entry, which I've done before, and send me an email like, help, I've done it wrong. If you see your name appear on your entry, it's fine. Please don't worry about it. Sometimes, because we use Google Forms to make things easier for us and to pop into a spreadsheet and stuff, sometimes Google Forms adds your name when you get your receipt, but it's still completely anonymous. We will not know who you are. It's not a problem. That's why we ask you not to put your name in the file or on the file or at the headers or anything like that. Any other things, obviously still email me, that's fine. But that is like the frequently asked that I think, especially if someone asks like today and I'm off all weekend, people panic. So that's my
really good. Good advice, because that is a question we get a lot. So so just don't worry about it. And also don't worry. Like if you want to ask us a question about something, just pop it across and we'll try and reassure you. Because I know it can be nerve-wracking entering your work into these things. We do have one question actually. I'm just seeing here over on Facebook from Liz, who has asked when is the conference. So it's Saturday the 16th of March. So that's not too long away now, about 6 weeks or so.
Yeah, but February's long this year, so it's one day further than it would usually be. But yes, it is not long at all, which obviously we're completely cool, calm and collected over here at WriteMentor, and everything's like super sorted, so don't worry.
The problem we've got actually is that Avanti won't do their trains
Yeah,
in
that's like our
advance.
number one thing.
So
That they're not doing it in advance enough. So me and Stuart might not be there, but that's fine. Don't worry, there.
no, we'll get there. But
We're
yeah,
there.
it's just like usually you can get train tickets. You know, that's why we tried to get the tickets out before Christmas, was so that
Yep.
people could book in advance. But they've decided to withhold that from us at the moment. So we
Yeah.
don't actually know when we'll get there or when we'll leave. But
Everyone will
We'll
be on
be
the
there.
megabus. It's fine. £1
Yeah,
megabus, that's still a thing. I don't know. Just we got put it down to London. Brilliant.
yeah,
Perfect.
fab. Is there any more? Did you guys see any more questions on the other socials, or is that us?
No, I don't think so. I think we
No,
were very thorough, clearly.
Yeah, I hope so. And obviously, yeah, as Melissa said a minute ago, at any time if you think of something, just get in touch. There's a contact form on the website. It's probably the easiest way to do it. We don't really want to give our emails out, especially in the age of spam bots and AI and people taking over accounts and stuff. Just pop it in through the contact form, and they all go straight into Melissa's email. So
Come straight to me. So anyone saying hi, Stuart, I immediately delete your email. I'm just kidding. It's fine. It's nice that you all think Stuart's there listening to all your emails, but it is actually me. So say hello.
yeah,
And very happy to get your questions.
you do forward on anything that's obviously actually for me, but yeah, like
Yeah. Anything that's for Stuart or anything I just don't want to deal with, I just forward Stuart. So don't worry.
yeah, but no. So get in touch if you do need anything. So quick recap: enter the awards before the 31st of January, 11:59 p.m. 4 different categories: picture book all the way up to YA. It's a really good opportunity. I'm kind of jealous of the opportunities we offer because I'm not eligible for them. Genuinely, I'm saying that, and I guess that's something that we're always conscious of when we're creating opportunities. Is what would we personally want? As writers who are in the exact same boat as the majority of people who are in the WriteMentor community. So that's a big thing. And then the conference, obviously, in London. If you can make it along in person, that'd be great to see you. And if you think that you'd prefer to get a digital ticket, we will release details about that closer to the time. Okay, so thanks very much for joining us, everyone. That was lovely. I think you two are off to watch is it Traitors final?
Stop pretending you don't know, Stuart.
I haven't watched it, to be honest. I've heard it's good, but I haven't watched it. So.
Oh my! I had to feel I hadn't watched it until New Year's Eve this year, and then I watched all first series in one night, and now I'm caught up. So yeah, recommend.
So excited. It's going to be so good. Not as exciting as the conference or the competition, obviously,
No.
but third most exciting thing this year, guys. So
We want to run our own traitors at the conference. Obviously, that's part of it.
Right, folks. Lovely to have you all join us tonight. We've loved chatting to you as always, and we'll catch you all very soon. And good luck if you do enter our awards in the coming week.
Yeah, good luck.
All right,
Good
take
luck,
care,
everyone.
folks. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, recording stopped.
Amazing.
That means streaming stopped as well, I guess, presumably.
Yeah. So, funnily enough, my thing's still saying start live streaming. So I'm assuming that means that it's now stopped. Fingers crossed. Anyway, you guys are going off to watch the Traitors, so I will let you go and do that. And I've got an 8-year-old to go and put to bed now.
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
Have lovely evenings, everyone.
Yeah, you too. Enjoy your weekends.
Bye, guys.
Bye. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Do I leave? Oh yeah.